They
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield. Baker going to throw this right away. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Falcons hit 12-1 now to start play. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now Mayfield. Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, and get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
It's a loss of a yard.
They'll look to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, get through there.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Mayfield off the play fake.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
A nice little juke.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that is playing a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here now come the Falcons.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a wide out. When you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
On second down, they'll run it here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It returns it right back to Samuel.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Christian Watson
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Saints 0.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation.
Now Mayfield lost the football, but fortunately the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So that challenge a successful one. Here's Presley Harvin now.
Rodgers to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle from 10 yards out. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Saints, nothing.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First down, Mayfield.
He's got Ayuk once again.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Mayfield down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So we've come to halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
13 yards. First down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And he's got it down to the 28. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front.
Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, 28 yards.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now down to 20. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. For Marshall, that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Mayfield to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Mayfield looks to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this throw will be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks him.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left.
He finds Watson complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Jamin Davis
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
He's at the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
137 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.